See, I saw that the other day. There's somebody, a friend of mine had like the COVID mask, had like a purple one. I've never seen a purple one before.
No, I
It's
haven't.
pretty cool. I don't know. You ever seen one, Dwayne?
You know what it is? I'll be honest with you, when the COVID was going, I had like multiple colors to go with my
Pretty cool, man.
and I had a black and purple, and it's a bad look, Coach, but I'm gonna use them all up. I got
Yeah.
pink ones left.
I
Those are
got, I
coming
got,
out
I
next
got
month.
Lakers Suns in my blood, so purple's good with me.
I have the black ones.
It's a bad vibe, Coach.
They gave
I
us.
can't even. You said that practices are a chance to teach and correct. What was you feel like corrected and taught?
Yeah, most of our teaching and correcting was in the film room today. Today was about getting over smell in the gym. Had a scheduled off day, but none of us felt good about how that game felt. So just therapeutic for everybody to get around each other and get some shooting work in, some offensive organizational work. Today was more an offensive organizational day. Tomorrow will be a defensive day and get ready for Pelicans Day. But it was good for us to get in the gym and wipe that taste out of our mouth from last game.
Brad, that's what he just told me. It was like he looked at the game and the offensive end. You talked about not making shots, but he was like, shots were there. But how would you assess
Yeah,
the offense?
I really liked the offensive game that we played. We had several possessions where we executed well, didn't make the shot. Wasn't perfect. We did have 14 turnovers, even if 7 of them were whistle turnovers, which the league's got to look at all the flopping that Lou Dort does, because it's ridiculous how he gets calls. And if they're going to get calls like that, then they're going to have an advantage, because you can't just fall down every time there's contact and get a whistle. So I hope the league looks at that. But our turnovers, only 8 live ball turnovers is a good number for us. We just got to make sure that we don't have the whistle turnovers that hurt part of our offense. But I like the way we shared the basketball. We had some stretches of the game where we really looked dominant and scary. And that's the key to us reaching the potential on that side of the ball, is committing to the ball movement.
How much was today also? I think you just said it about getting the energy back up, morale back up.
Yeah, it wasn't hard to do it. And our guys are, optimistic and believing in who we can be. We know we missed another opportunity last night. Different vibe to me, because you lost to the best team in the league, or tied for the best team in the league. It's not like you lost to the worst team in the league, and that's not to disrespect the Spurs. The Spurs are playing really good basketball, but OKC, even with their top guy out, is one of the deepest teams in the league, one of the most talented teams in the league. The team that was on the floor last night, one of the most talented teams in the league, and we would have had to play better to beat them in their building. Missed that opportunity, but we turn a page to New Orleans.
You're also just a really young and fast team too. What can you take from that as kind of a blueprint moving forward?
Yeah, we got to figure out how to beat teams like that. That's the team we lost to in San Antonio. When Wemby was out, they had a bunch of young dudes just driving and cutting and moving, and we didn't handle that well enough, and we didn't handle the defensive side of the ball against OKC well enough.
You look at 8 games left in the regular season. What is maybe the biggest hump that you think the team needs to overcome?
We got to get our turnovers under control, and we got to continue to grow with our transition defense. What we're doing in the half court, for the most part, is really good, even though last night it was not. But those two things, the transition defense and the turnovers, I think are the 2 biggest things.
Coach, speaking of that, you think that Josh, instead of ball at least early, what was the
speed? OKC speed. It's just I had a plan to read the game at that point. I believe at the point where we made that decision where we were going to go to ball, they had scored on 9 out of 11 possessions, and the game was getting out of hand. So Josh is one of our best defenders, if not our best perimeter defender, and he's fallen out of the rotation because the other guys have played well. But when you have a team that you're struggling to slow down, you have a specialist on your bench that you can utilize. So we took a shot at that. We didn't really gain during that stretch of the game, but Josh is somebody that I believe in.
Is there anything? Another thing I had was looking at New Orleans. It's been so long ago when you guys played them, and now they're playing much better now. What do you pull from that last one, and what do you sense with them?
I still got to study that team. Today was more about us. We got 2 days left, but a team that's playing really well, even with Brandon Ingram out. You see the recent wins over Miami, over I think it was Milwaukee. and they're playing again today against the Celtics. So they're playing extremely well. Coach Willie does a great job. You know what I mean? He was here obviously during some good stretches of basketball with Phoenix, and he's got those guys playing hard, playing together, and they have loads of talent. Like every team in the West, we're a talented team, but every team in the West has 2 or 3 horses and shooting and defense and depth. So we got to continue to push our limits and reach a higher level.
How's your ankle feel? I mean, obviously, did what you needed to do to get back, but how did you feel that?
I mean, it is what it is. I figure I ain't gonna be healthy for a little bit, so I'd rather be out there, try to help it. But I ain't really fun. But obviously, I'm be able to do it. So.
What's the most disappointing part of last night's game outside of the actual loss?
I mean, just the challenge to play, opponents everybody's different. From Denver to OKC, they play so much differently. They challenge you, they gamble so much and double team Kevin, every possession. So for us, I think as bad as it looked like, it never as bad as we think. We look at how many open shots and how many, we didn't make or convert with our best shooters on the floor. So sometimes it's just like that, but give them credit, they play a great game and they, made a lot of shots, some tough ones too.
You said before that this team is built for the playoffs, and obviously you got to get in that position. How much do you weigh that whole idea that once you get there, you'll be fine, but then the process of getting there?
And nothing changed, man. We in a spot right now that we are in the playoffs, and obviously we, as everybody in this situation, try to avoid the play-in and not having extra games. But it doesn't change a lot, man. It's still our number one goal is to be healthy. But like I said, we want to win every game rest of the season, and it doesn't change our goal. But one game that we probably looking back right now is still pissed why we lose San Antonio, but it's all happened for a reason, and we got to learn from it.
What were the final boxes that you needed to check to feel good enough to go with the ankle?
Can you run? I don't know. I feel like it's a bottom line dealing with all those things I did through the season, and you don't want to take that as an excuse. If you're out there, you try to play the right way. I do feel I did play the right way and try to help my team win the game, but at the same time, if I'm out there, there's no more I'm injured or not. So I played through, and if that's, coach, if he like it or my teammates like it, they let me stay on the floor. If not, then I'll be on a bench. So as simple as that.
What was the focus today during film session and then also at practice?
Today, mostly offensively. We got to run the plays, especially the plays we're making, baskets. I feel like we easily just gonna get away with, we score in certain things and we call something else, and we try to play something, that we don't have to, and obviously we have such a talented group, but, we gotta, I feel like, utilize more of everybody on the floor, so they're not gonna easily just double our best players.
When you look at just turnovers in general this season has been an issue. What do you feel like that's causing that? Is it
How many we have last night?
How many were?
Turnovers, 16?
14, 15.
And 6 of them probably was like offensive fouls, like travel, like official, like, yeah. So, I mean, Scott Foster, respectfully, he just need to know that Chris Paul don't play in this team no more. So, I mean, all joking aside, but it just sometimes feel that way. And, like I said, I don't take away from OKC what they did, and I give them credit. They play a good game, and they're really, confident what they're doing. No matter who's going the game, they get a ball, they play. It's fun, I guess, when you have 5 players out there just attacking your whole night.
How do you sense, how you look at New Orleans, what's the process of that match? How do you do that?
I mean, we already played them, so they play really good basketball. But I think it's a more, Denver game than it's more like OKC game. They have a Zion, they have a CJ, they have a Valanciunas, and you know, they obviously don't have a BI, but I think they're a really good team, and they still, you know, competing for the, you know, not being there and playing.
Do you see the matchup with them more like playing Denver than playing?
I mean, more like a slower pace and actually like, you know, running gun. Like, I feel like the Indiana and OKC and Sacramento are really, you know, pushing the pace and try to shoot the ball for a few seconds in the clock. So I will not necessarily put Pelicans in that group. You know, I don't know their numbers and, you know, what, you know, they average and whatever, but just, you know, the way we, you know, how I feel against playing them, it's not like they just, you know, try to outrun you.
So now that it's official, I can ask you about citing a second 10-day.
Oh, yeah.
Your reaction to that and what you're wanting to prove during this next stretch?
I'm super thankful, first and foremost, appreciative of the opportunity. What I would like to prove, I mean, I don't really need to prove anything. I just make a positive impact each and every day, you know, whether my name's called or not, be a leader and a voice in the locker room, which is most important. And then, you know, just stay ready because, you know, once my name is called, I'm gonna take full advantage of the opportunity. But until then, I'm just here to be a positive impact and just bring light to everybody here.
Frank Vogel talked about just how important your voice is for this group. What has your message been? We've seen you kind of be vocal on the bench too. What have you been saying to the guys during
Just sticking together. You know, it's especially for them. It's been a long season. Like it's towards the end of the season. You know, things get tougher towards the end of the season, especially with our schedule. So my voice is just to stay together, stay positive as we possibly can, control the things that we can control, and then just knowing that like we're a really good basketball team. And if we do all of those things the right way, we put ourselves in a position to be successful towards the end of the year. So that's what I'm voicing each and every day. And then just the most important thing is just staying together and staying positive. That's easier said than done, but like if you can do that, that's half the battle.
Frank also said he feels the bench is feeding off your energy out there. How much are you seeing that and wanting to be that guy?
That's just who I am. You know, I just try to make a positive impact each and every day with my voice, with my energy, putting a smile on other people's faces. I think that's a lost art in this game. You get caught up in the wins and losses and don't understand that you still got to have fun. We're still super blessed to be fortunate enough to play this game. So, you know, my energy falls on each and everybody on this organization. And I think that's what's making the positive impact each and every day.
You're a player with a high IQ. You're a vet. You know just how to see the game. What stands out to you right now with this Suns team and as they kind of look to try to get over this game?
I think we got to communicate better, especially on the defensive end. I think if we come closer as a group, start communicating and trusting each other on that end, offense is just the sky's the limit for us as we got a lot of tools on the offensive end. But the biggest thing is communication, especially down the stretch. Stay together, communicate, that's half the battle. You already know.